Hello people, how are you doing people? Can you hear me? So sorry about all the technical difficulties I was having. I really cannot control it. Look, I am so embarrassed, but it's not my fault. I know most of you will be pissed off already. I know that. I totally agree for you to be pissed off, but really guys, there's nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do. I don't provide internet. They provide the internet to me in this place, and it is really bad. It is. I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it. And it's almost like it's worse in the evenings, especially when many people are back home. I am really, really angry about it. Like, we've started this stream like 3 or 4 times now, and I almost just gave up. But listen, I'm just gonna have to rush through a few things. If you are just joining for the first time, listen, I already did a stream earlier. Please go and watch it, where I talked about the social media boycott, and I actually went into details of why I feel that it's going to make an impact, right? So I'm just going to talk about the other things on the list that I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about Pogba, I'm going to talk about Dani Ceballos and Saka, of course, and I'll have to end the show because I need to end by 9:30 today. I've got a few things to do. Listen, people, all right, let me just pick a few things here. Big up to you, Liam Vince. Big up to you, Tony Blackwell. Thanks a lot for your support, and thanks a lot for coming back. I really appreciate it. James Dunlop, loud and clear today. Yep. Thanks a lot, Tony Blackwell. You need to remove the LED around the house. Affects your internet badly today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's because, first and foremost, right, the internet hub is far from where I am. It's at the entrance, and the entrance is like a long corridor, which is quite far, right? But then again, I've got a cable. Right now, I am using cable because of the issue of the internet, right? I had an extender which is connected right next to me here, and I've got basically extended the LAN. So I'm using a cable right now, and it's still that bad. It is still that bad. But listen, people, let's get straight into it, yeah? Let's get straight into it. All right, people, listen. Let's talk about this guy, Pogba. Let's talk about Pogba. I'm sure all of you have seen this tackle, or should I say this slight tackle from Pogba. Manchester United got considered a penalty because of this. Now, a lot of people felt that this should not have been a penalty. What's your take on it, people? What exactly is your take on it? Because right now, I don't really understand how these people want us to be slight tackling. They said that this is not a natural position. What exactly is natural? I'll tell you guys something, right? I think that the VAR, or should I say, the refereeing bodies association, I don't know what they call them. What they call them? Is it PGMOL or whatever it is they call them? The officiating bodies, right? I think they need to readdress some of these things that they call not a natural position. How do you expect someone to slide tackle with his hands by his side when he's slide tackling? Is the guy a fish? Is he a fish that is going to put his arms behind his waist and slide tackle? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Let's have a look at this, people. Let's have a look at it. Look at this. Let's have a look at how this actually happened, people. So this was Pogba, and this was the player. Pogba was going for the buys. With the momentum he's going, where exactly do you expect his arms to be? Where exactly do you expect his arms to be? Do you expect his arms to be by his side? I don't understand this, people. Can someone tell me, where exactly do they expect his hands to be? Should his hands be tucked by his side of his hand? What exactly are they expecting? I don't understand this, man. I don't understand this. I just don't. Tony Blackwell. Okay, no, I think you guys are talking about sentiments. What's up? Tadi, he needs to do more English. Earlier, like McTominay. What's that? McTominay what? I'm not sure I understand what you say here, but like McTominay. James Dunlop. They've got to change the handball rules because it's getting beyond the joke. Listen, I totally agree because I don't understand. So I'm just going to show you guys this, right? He was running towards the ball right here. Let me take away the charts, right? Let me take away the charts, and let me even take this away as well. Let me take this away so you guys can see the charts. If you guys want to see yourself, let me take this away. Yeah, let's take that away. Okay, so let's just slow down again, right? They're going to tell me his hands is in an unnatural position because they're saying that his hand was in an unnatural position. So they need to tell me what the definition of natural is. And then he goes like this. Now, the question is, he's already going with a particular momentum. I'm not sure how he would have controlled his hands or where his hands were meant to be. Is this unnatural or natural? Because he was going with a momentum. How can he just change his hands positioning when he was sliding into a tackle? It makes no sense to me. And then his hands over here touches the ball. So I want you guys to tell me, what exactly do they mean by unnatural position? I'm confused. James Dunlop, they've got to change the handball rules because it's getting beyond the joke. Yes. Liam Vince, the handball law needs to change. Yep. Tony Blackwell, Tade, read my previous message. It relates to what you're asking. Which of the messages are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about the Wilson one? It's just like the Wilson disallowed goal for Newcastle. In those seconds, we as humans can't react as quickly. So the officials look at the east option and award the opposition all the time near enough. Listen, I totally agree with you guys. Is it that the officials need to use a little bit of common sense? I think maybe they need to use it. Look, I'm going to show you guys something. Let me see if I can find a clip, right? It's like these guys want us to be going into tackles like a fish, like a salmon. Have you guys seen that silly salmon challenge? Let me show you guys the silly salmon challenge. Let me look for it. I think I have a clip of that somewhere. Let me look for that silly salmon challenge, right? Yeah, here it is. Let me look for that silly salmon challenge and put it on the screen for you guys, okay? Okay, where it is? Where is it? This guy over this way, right? They expect us to be going into tackles like this guy. So if I invert this picture, right? This is how they expect us to be going into tackles. Put your hands by your side like this, right? And go into a slide tackle. Can someone tell me how is that a natural position? How is that a natural position? It makes absolutely no sense to me. If you ask me, it makes absolutely no sense. I don't know what you guys feel about this. So this is what they call a silly salmon challenge, right? It was one of them challenges that were going on where people were just, acting like a salmon and jumping into rivers and all whatnot. This is what they expect people to do when they're slide tackling. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And honestly, I think it was a bit too harsh. And for lack of a better word, I would literally say that these guys are teaching the players to play in an unnatural position. I don't buy the idea of them saying that the player was not in a natural position. No, they're actually teaching the players to play in an unnatural way. Because this, for me, is not natural. If they're expecting people to be going just like tackles like a fish, like a salmon, then I think they really need to sit down and look at the rules, because this makes absolutely no sense to me. Sentiment, what are you saying? Liberal arms should be behind his head. I don't know how someone's hand can be. So he's going to go into this like tackle like this, and then he's going to go, come on. They say natural position, but they're actually telling us to be in an unnatural position. That's the truth about the matter. James Dunlop, what's going to happen next? Players getting their arms duct taped. Do you know what? You're right. You're right. I think that's what they're expecting from us. Maybe they will start, taping their arms to their legs and telling them to be running like that, and they call that natural. Natural in the natural standing position is natural. What do you mean? I don't understand. Tell me, what do you mean by that sentiment? What exactly do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Tony Blackwell, these officials have taken the common sense out of touch and relying on technology and turned the obvious into hilarity with their decisions. This is why they need more training on VR. I totally agree. I totally agree with you. Liam Vince, or play handcuffs, James. I totally agree with you, man. Because honestly, I don't see why they said that was the natural position. He went with the momentum. It is very, 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 very difficult. Let's move over to the next person, right? Dani Ceballos. Apparently, I talked about this yesterday. And I don't know whether it is the fan in me that was just a bit angry that he got another yellow and then got sent off. I think that was another harsh decision, don't you think? Because, and I'm going to show you guys in a bit. This guy was in his stride with the ball, and someone comes in with a tackle. Someone intruded his personal space, which is allowed in football, right? But he came to tackle the ball, and the moment he was stepping on the floor, there was no hold, there was no way he could miss that leg because he was in his stride. Imagine me running with the ball and someone just interrupts me, and in the process of interrupting me, I step on his leg in my stride, and I get penalized for me just doing my thing, and someone impeded me and I stepped on that person. It's a bit absurd. Granted, he stepped on the guy's leg, and I'm going to show you guys in a bit now. Granted, he stepped on the guy's leg, but I still believe that common sense should be used there because Dani Ceballos was in his stride. Let me show you guys what I mean. This was obviously after the incident when Dani Ceballos was very unhappy with the decision. This was what happened. Let me take the chats off for a bit, people. Let's have a look at this. Dani Ceballos, that was Dani Ceballos' ball. He was the one running with the ball, right? This guy came in and put in a tackle. This was Dani Ceballos. Look at his left leg, people. Look at his left leg. His left leg was in the air. It was in a stride. He was running. His left leg was in the air. It's just like I'm running with the ball. I'm going with the ball. I'm taking my step. He was taking his left leg step. Let's move to the next clip. This was the next clip. This was the completion. This was the completion of his stride. He won in his stride. It's not like he took double steps and stepped. No. His leg was already in the air. Let's go back to it. Look at his left leg. He was in his stride. If he had not stepped on these guys, Dani Ceballos would be injuring his own self. He's going to be injuring himself there, rather. If Dani Ceballos misses that step, he's going to injure himself. Let's go back to it. This was one stride. Look at his left leg, right? This was the stride from his left leg. How could he have avoided this? This guy came into his path, and he gets penalized for that. And he steps on him. There was no avoiding it. I get it, because he stepped on it. Maybe he made it difficult for the ref. I don't know. But the honest truth is, this was in this. It's not like he did it intentionally. It's not like he had an intention to tackle. No. I'm going with my ball. I'm running with my ball, and you impeded me. You shouldn't be given a yellow card for that. Probably you can give a foul, but not a yellow card for that. It's not like he had anything to do. He was in his stride. I don't know what you guys feel about this. Honestly. Let me see what you guys are saying. Liam Vince, it's better playing with 10 men as he's shocking. This is not about his ability as a player now. It's about, that infringement and, him getting sent off. James Dunlop, Arteta should have subbed him off at halftime. Actually, I don't know if you guys have seen the press conference. I didn't watch all the press conference, but I saw a news where Arteta said he was going to take him off. That they talked about. So he was going to take him off anyways. Unfortunately, he got the red card before Martinelli came on. I know some people will not believe Arteta because they don't like him, but I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense that he wanted to take him off. So he said it that he was going to take him off. Unfortunately, it was already too late. Tony Tony Blackwell, Ceballos made 2 mistakes, and again, it's similar to the Pogba. Momentum carries us. So as harsh as it was, the letter of the law states it's a foul and the second offense, so red. Sorry to say it stands for me. Listen, based on the letter of the law, I don't think the letter of the law should not allow these guys to use their common sense. Think about it for 1 minute, right? They can give the foul, but I don't think they should be giving him a yellow card for that. I mean, I don't know how these guys read these things or how the VAR guys make their decisions, but I'm gonna show you guys this again. Look at this. Come on. He was in his stride. It's my stride. How can someone tell me how he's gonna avoid this guy? That was his stride. How can he avoid this guy? Tell me. Because if it was me, right, if I want to avoid this guy, it simply means I have to misstep, and I'm definitely gonna injure myself. If I want to avoid this guy's leg, I'm gonna injure myself because I'm gonna miss my step on his behalf. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Sentiment: Ceballos Bumblehold, too many mistakes, should have taken a dive. That's what I'm saying. If he takes a dive, he can injure himself. I don't know how you expect him to take a dive in this situation. He might just injure himself. I don't know how you want him to avoid this. I really don't know. I don't know how you want him to avoid this, honestly. James Dunlop, whether it was a red or not, but after you got the yellow in the first place, you've got to be so careful. I totally agree it's got to be careful. I totally agree it's got to be careful. However, there are some things that are just impossible. I thought it was impossible for him to avoid that guy's leg because he was in his stride. It was honestly impossible. If he had tried to avoid that guy, he's going to injure himself. Ateta says these things just to save his pride today. Can't believe that he was going to do that. Come on. I don't think Ateta is stupid. I think we've made this guy to forget about me, trying to say, I'm in support of Ateta. No, it has nothing to do with that. We should understand that coaches definitely talk to players. You can't say that a coach is that stupid that he would not be considering a yellow card that was given to a player. Even you, that you are not a professional, and you say, for instance, you are coaching a 7-a-side or Sunday league football or Saturday league football, you're still going to be aware that someone has a yellow card in your team, and you're probably going to talk to him during the halftime. Do you know what I mean? And secondly, this is not the first time that a lot of players have had yellow cards, and they were still very, very, very careful and mature about it when they were on the football pitch. For me, I just feel it was very, very shocking, and I felt it was unfair, in my opinion. I felt it was unfair. Tony Barker, common sense and stating the obvious are completely different today. Seems you're defending him, and as James said, if you get a first yellow, then you have to tread carefully. Pardon the pun. Listen, I hear what you guys are saying. I suppose you guys are not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I understand the letter of the law. I understand what you guys are saying by the letter of the law, right? In that particular instance, can someone tell me what Ceballos will have done differently? That's all I'm asking. Can someone tell me what he will have done differently, especially when he was the one with the ball and that guy impeded him? The guy impeded him. Don't forget, it's not like he impeded the guy. The guy impeded him. So I don't know. Let's just quickly talk about this, people. This is the last thing I want to talk about because I have to go. I've got 4 more minutes. Obviously, this is another thing that we need to consider. Yes, we were lucky to be given this. I think Saka definitely bought the foul. And I think Unai Emery has come out to say everyone has told him that it is not a penalty. He said that when I saw it, I thought, how can he call that a penalty, even with VAR? If there's no VAR, maybe you can make a mistake. But with VAR, it has to intervene there and define what a penalty and what is not. This is what Unai Emery said. And I believe that Unai Emery is right in what he said there. Obviously, he gave Saka his debut. He literally bought the foul. Yes, you can say it is an intelligent one, but if this happened the other way around against us, we would probably be unhappy about it. So listen, at the end of the day, right, it was a dive. Sentiments: you dive as if the guy blocked him off. Take a tumble, roll around on the floor. Don't think he gets injured. Tony Barker, today as a manager, you know your players, and Ceballos has a mistake in him all the time. So I will take a player off because 1, I don't want to go down to 10, and 2, I know the importance of a game. I agree. I totally agree. Can I ask you that? Can I ask you this question, Tony? Because it's very easy for us to put a blame on managers, or should I say, point the finger. And the reason I would say this is because, what if Ceballos had not gotten that yellow and then Arteta takes him off anyways? What would you be saying then? Wouldn't you be saying Arteta realized that he needed to take him off because of the yellow? Okay, what if Ceballos got that yellow card just 2 minutes into the second half, and say Arteta was planning to take him off, say in the 60th minute, and that infringement happened at the 50th minute, just 5 minutes into second half? There's so many times a lot of players have yellow cards, but you're not going to see coaches just taking them off immediately. Look at Cancelo. Cancelo had a yellow card, right, against PSG. It wasn't immediately that Pep Guardiola took him off. It wasn't immediately. He still gave him some time before taking him off. What if Cancelo had done something and gotten a red before Pep Guardiola took him off? Are we going to start having a go at Pep Guardiola? Do you understand what I'm saying? All I'm trying to say is, sometimes you cannot predict the right time to take off a player. That's all I'm saying. So if 4 of your players have a yellow card, are you just going to take them off immediately when they get the yellow card? I don't think so. I don't think so. That what I'm trying to say is about the time. It's unfortunate that he got that red card before Arteta decided to take him off, because he was going to take him off. I believe Arteta. Arteta is not stupid. I don't think managers are as stupid as we make them out to be. We make these guys out to seem as if they're stupid, they don't know anything. Meanwhile, they know better than all of us because they've been in the game. So, unfortunately, he got a red card. But he said he was going to take him off. I do believe that. And definitely, he said he had a conversation with Ceballos during the halftime that he should be careful. And he was going to take him off for Martinelli. I don't see why he's going to lie about such a thing. I don't know. Then Vince, a penalty that should not have been given. So that is what I call it a 2021 penalty. So we've got 2020, 2019, 2010 penalties. It's almost like things are improving or getting worse day by day now with this whole VAR and this whole refereeing decisions, isn't it? James Dunlop, Leicester level 1-1. Who scored for Leicester? I hope it is Inayacho that scored. Sentiment, do you agree that the systematic late subs are costly to everyone? I feel that the late subs from Arteta needs to be improved upon. I think he has a little bit of Wenger in him. This is one of the criticisms I had of Wenger, whereby he leaves most of these things a bit too late, in my opinion. I feel he leaves those changes a bit too late. And I think maybe, just maybe, Arteta has learned that bad habit from Arsene Wenger. I don't know why. James Dunlop, what is penalty these days? Honestly, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what penalties are these days. I'm just as baffled as you are. Sentiments, but Ceballos looked ropey in the first half. How he made it to the second half is beyond me. I'm going to ask you this question. Did you think Ceballos had an impact when you compare him to Odegaard? I feel that Ceballos still had an impact in that game than Odegaard. Odegaard was missing. Odegaard was like an Ozil. I guess missing in games. So 15 minutes. I hear you on that. Inayacho assist. Tony Blackwell, totally agree. It takes too long to make changes and it has been costly in several games. I totally agree with you guys on that. I think I've said it on many of my shows that's one of my many problems with Arteta. That's one of the main issues I have with Arteta. But listen, people, I need to go. I really need to go, guys. I really apologize from the bottom of my heart for all the issues with the internet. I really can't do anything except maybe it was suggested to me in the chat. If I get a booster, I will try my best. I really apologize, guys. I really do. It's difficult to appease you guys when the service is not good. You know what I mean? But listen, at the end of the day, this is a hobby. It's not like I'm being paid for it or anything. But thanks a lot. Randy Viper, I will try and look at your situation. I don't know why you can't make comments Maybe YouTube has done something about it. I don't know, but I'll try and see if there was any blocking that I blocked. All right. Okay, people, I really need to go. It's your boy here, the Blunt Bunny. Lovers will be lovers, haters will be haters. I'm out of here, people. Talk to you guys later. I really need to run now. Tony Blackwell, I would talk to you a bit later. Maybe for the Newcastle game, we'll definitely talk. I need to go, guys. Take care, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I really do. Take care and be good. Bye.